Cowboy Dipper here, and he's going to do a review on backoff natural pouches. So each of the backoff series that I've seen costs $2.45. I don't know how much they would be in stores. If they're in any stores, I don't know how much they'd be there. That's how much it is on their website on Facebook, so go check them out. If you're trying to quit, or you have quit and you haven't found anything good, I do believe these are good. The only thing that sucks about them is the smell. Like, you got to get past the smell to know if they're good or not. Trust me. And well, I'm not. And if you need a mud jug, go to mudjug.com. They got some new ones going on. Yeah, they got a new one, not new ones, sorry. So this can gets 7 or an 8 out of 10 because I do like their cans. It says no tobacco, no nicotine, moist alternative. Handcrafted snuff since 1992. But the one thing that I don't like about it, does this one, hold on one sec, let me see if this one says it. No, never mind. But anyways, backoff they've been a really good product. And what I like also about them is their cans are just like a real can, but one thing that I really like about them is that they're just a tad bit easier to open than like say some of the Copenhagen cans or any dip can out there. So these just really have the tobacco taste to them. Like you can tell it has some tobacco smell to it, but it stinks at the same time. So I'm going to drink a little coffee and put 2 of them in. So pinchability and packability I know is going to be a 10 because they're a pouch. And this is how they look. Moist as hell on one side and not as moist on the other. And they're really, for a pouch, they're pretty moist. So you don't spit. You're not supposed to spit with any fake dip. Or you're not supposed to spit with it. I'm not saying that you can't. Now, don't just take my word for it. And for the flavors, you gotta try the flavors to find the one you want. You can go off what I said for an opinion, but that's totally your guys' opinion. They got more flavors. I do believe they have they're straight and mint, and I do believe they have 2 different kinds of straight. Then they got some energy dip or something. So right off the bat, I'm gonna tell them it does taste like tobacco, but where I think they're losing a little bit of the flavor. And I do like this one still, but I'm just gonna tell them. I know they were trying to make a natural, but it has to be salty. Naturals, long cuts, and shit like that are salty. This one's not really salty. Anyways, to me, that's what I taste when I get a long cut, a natural, whatever. The only difference between them is one's saltier than the other. I can still taste a little bit. It has that tobacco taste, and it's a little bit salty, but it really ain't that salty. So what am I gonna rate this? Oh yeah, and it packs good, so it gets a 10 for that too. I looked them up to see what the date was, and I guess it's the 17th of this month. I think I screwed up on the last video and said they were outdated. Well, because it looked like it. These are really juicy. So they are juicy. They pack good, pinch good, pack in the mouth good, everything. So what am I going to give this an overall? I'm going to give this 8.5 or something. 8.5 out of 10. No, as a matter of fact, I'll just give it an 8 out of 10. And the reason I'm doing that is because the flavors lost me just a touch. Because I really was going into it expecting it to be more salty. Because that's what naturals are supposed to be. Or a little salty. And this one's really not salty. It's still tastes good. I still really like it. But that's where you lost me. So between the two, which one do I like the best so far? I would have to say that it's a tie. It's a tie. They're both good. But I just have to say this one's a little more juicier. So if I was going by how juicy, by how good they are, I'd have to say this one. So go and check them out. Tell them, you can tell them I sent you to check out their website and shit. Let them know, because they seem like they're really good people and chill. But yeah, that's all that I gotta say is they just need to make this natural a little saltier. Not so much. It's almost like if you were going with long cut between natural, which one's saltier? And I would say the extra long cut if I was dipping Copenhagen, just for the fact that it is saltier than it. So naturals are supposed to be salty, and this one's not really salty, but they did get it right, the flavor and everything. They got it right. It does have a little bit of saltiness and tobacco, just not enough saltiness. So back off when you watch this. However you're making this, you need to try to figure out how can we make this saltier. Because if you're trying to do the whole Copenhagen thing, I'm just being honest from my opinion from dipping it. Even though I will get these backoffs more often, it just won't be every time, but it'll be every now and again, because they are pretty good. And they're the best fake dip I've found out there. So when you watch this, that's all that I gotta say about your little natural here. But one other thing I can say is you can try to not make it when you open the can. And shit stinks. Well, it smells like tobacco, but a stinky tobacco. You need to figure out how to make it smell more like tobacco. Because most fake shit don't stink this bad. They smell more like the flavor, and then when you taste it, it tastes like it. So that's the only thing I gotta say that'll turn people away from buying it, is when they open the can, how bad it smells. Even though when they put their nose up to it, they can smell a little bit of tobacco, but more it stinks. So you need to figure out how to make it not. But other than that, it's good. So go try you a can. They got all different flavors. Try them out. Find which one you guys like, if you're trying to quit or you're wanting to quit, or your son's wanting to try dip and you don't want him to dip. Start him off with this, because it may just get him to not do it right there, or he may like this and never do the real shit. So thank you for tuning into this video. Remember, these are $2.45. Probably plus shipping if you order them online. And they have a Facebook page on. Yeah, they have a Facebook page. If you type in backoff, it should bring it up. Thank you. I'm out.